Hello, my name is Sharlinda Watson. Thank you for joining me on today's set, which is my third session. Today I will talk about relationships and some questions that I really need to answer. So the first question asks, how important are romantic relationship, in extent, in life and why? To me, it is not important to an extent where people define it to be because I feel like one doesn't focus on their stuff too much when they're in like romantic relationship. Oftentimes, I believe like romantic relationship are fake today because you see like a couple like on Facebook, YouTube, or anything you call them goals. You don't think about like the loyalty. You don't think about the trust in these type of situations. So I feel like it's overshadowed by fake love and for public stunt, I believe. And the second question asks, do we need to be with someone and why? I think not, because anything you get with someone you can honestly get on your own. Not saying that I'm selfish, but I feel like if you're just going into the world, you don't need someone at the moment. You can honestly focus on yourself, see what you want, such as your assets, like your furnitures, paying your own bills, and so forth. So I feel like you don't have to be with someone. Not saying that you're not going to be with them, but not at the moment when you're ready to experience life into the world. And the third question asks, what is the most important thing in a relationship to be happy and healthy? I feel like respect, trust, and also love, but most importantly respect, because I feel like if they don't respect you, that's where the loyalty stand. And you don't want to be with a person that doesn't respect you, because without respect, pretty much that's doom. You don't have any hope in that relationship. If a person call you a certain type of name that they never used to call you, only hit you up when they need like sex or even money, that's pretty much not what you want in a relationship. So I feel like the respect right here plays a vital role. Another question asks, what is the most difficult thing to deal with in a relationship and what can cause the most problem? I feel like the most difficult thing to deal with is the lie, because that's where the betrayal starts. Even if you're with like your spouse and you guys agree on something and then that person lies in front of your face, I feel like that's the most hurtful thing one could ever experience. And as I stated before, everyone wants loyalty, and without loyalty, there comes a lie. So pretty much that's the most harsh things to deal with at the moment. And another question asks, why do you think most relationships fail? Well, I think most relationships fail because the lack of communication, respect, love. You can tell like when a relationship is meant to fail because of how the person act. Like if you've been with a person like for a period of time, you know like if the communication is off. Pretty much like, just take for instance like like you and that person like goes out like every Sunday, and then all of a sudden they don't want to go out that particular Sunday. They make up lie and stuff like that. That's how you know like when the communication is off, when it's meant to fail, because like certain stuff you set as a goal is not accomplished like a certain time. That's when thing is happening, and it's like pretty much like the signal of ending a relationship. And another question asks, what do you think men want in relationship, and also women? I feel like to men they want like emotional intimacy, a sense of sexual connection, a friend, a trustworthy partner. I'm talking about like real men here. And as for women, I feel like they need like security, love, attention, affection, which they do need more, and I also think they need loyalty. Like most women, they look for a good relationship to embrace themselves and feel valuable. But if the man doesn't have like any of those criteria, then pretty much that's the signal that they don't interested in you. As for women. And another question asks, why do people cheat? I feel like some people cheat because they get tired of their spouse and the lack of attention that they face. So they go elsewhere to enjoy themselves, or even do multiple relationships just to find love and to prove like that they could do better. And I feel like they could survive after. It depends on the situation. It's just like a 50-50 chance if they decide to go back with the person. They feel like that person will do it over and over again, while some move on because they cannot think about the fact that their particular spouse at the moment would cheat on them. And the last and final question asks, what are the different reasons men cheat versus women? To me, men cheat with the intention of hurting their spouse or with the mindset of easy access to what they want, while women cheat with the intention to show their spouse a lesson or because of the lack of sexual activity that they experience with their original spouse. So they go elsewhere to find these pleasure that they're looking for. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. And pretty much that's the end of my third session. Stay tuned for my fourth session, and thank you.